K-Star and Live. Sometimes in a painful moment, a piece of music makes people have this positive mind. Someone has come to Super K-Pop at this moment who's being very distracting right now to deliver a message of hope to people with weary ears. Are you ready to join K-Star Alive today with Mr. Eric Nam, who's making lots of noise next to me, who'll be your paradise through music. Mr. Eric Nam, hello, hello, hello.
What's up, my people?
Oh, it's so loud.
Get hyped. Sam, get hyped. That music at the beginning of the show just got me super excited to be here. That's why it's called Super K-Pop! Hi, I'm Eric.
See, this is Eric. Do you know when you come, I realise I never look at my script.
It's fine. My purpose is to try to get you fired here because you don't do the script. You've been doing this too well for too long. I'm the annual test that you have to overcome.
Are you just trying to get me fired? I mean,
no, I mean that in the nicest way possible.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
In good way fired.
In only a good way fired.
What's a good way fired? I'm so confused.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Good to see you, dude.
It's always good to see Eric. Like, those of you who don't know, if you're like a new listener or you don't know, I've known Eric like...
Too long.
It's been 9 years.
Don't talk about it.
Okay.
Because it makes us look really young.
I've known Eric for like a year.
Yeah, we're brand new friends.
One year.
1 year.
One new.
1 new year.
I'm going to be fired. Right. Eric Nam is with us, people. We saw you in November, man. So
yeah.
It hasn't been that long. How you been?
I've been good. I put out a new album.
I know.
That's like pretty much all I did. And I have a podcast where I talk about random stuff.
I've been catching a little bit like online.
Oh yeah?
And it looks fun, like on YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
It looks good.
Come by.
Oh,
anytime.
Yeah.
I'll call it Super something. I don't know. I was gonna say Super K-Pop, but then I realized that's...
Then I'll definitely get fired. You're going on another Super K-Pop. What's going on?
Super K-Pop 2. But yeah, I'm just doing podcasts and then doing the album promotions.
That's so fun. You get to meet loads of cool people as well doing that podcast. Like different people from different, like, not just musicians, right?
Yeah, we have I have two right now. One, we meet a lot of actors. Yeah. So a lot of actors and writers and producers and directors.
That's cool.
We talk about K-dramas and K-movies, and the other one we talk about K-pop, and we just have a bunch of K-pop people come on.
That's crazy.
Talk.
Good. Well,
that's it. It's super fascinating.
Mate, if you go watch it, it's actually really fun actually because
thank you.
It's just you having a conversation with someone, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's like
pretty much.
It's good. In January, starting in Taiwan, you did a Before We Begin World Tour 2020. Obviously, you know the situation's been a bit tough. It
has been tough
for the world. You couldn't visit all the places that were planned. So where did you end up going in the end? Like what happened with that?
I was very, very fortunate and lucky that I actually got to do 30 shows from January through March.
That's a lot still.
Yeah,
wow.
So I was very blessed to be able to do that. We had to cancel Latin America. We had to cancel 2 shows in LA. And we were going to announce like a 20-city European tour that we ended up not even announcing.
Oh, man.
But, I think there are more important things right now at hand, and global health and safety is much more important.
Yeah.
So hopefully, there's a vaccine soon. We get through this, and
I know.
we can be back on the road. And I think it's probably 2022.
That's realistic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really, that's realistic. So the 30 places you ended up going, was it mostly in Asia or?
So I did, I think 6 cities in Asia, and then I did 24 shows in the States.
Oh, so you ended up going to the States
and Canada, yeah.
Wow, that must be fun when you go to because obviously you grew up in the States.
Yeah,
it must be nice going there to do shows, right?
Yeah, it's comfortable. I'm not overly stressed about if I'm gonna. I should always worry if I'm gonna say something weird.
You should definitely worry
because
about
I definitely do that a lot. But it's not like a cultural disconnect sometimes like I have in Korea.
Yeah.
So it is cool. And then it's also interesting because I've never really traveled the States very much.
Right.
It's always like the big cities. So it's like New York, Atlanta, LA.
Yeah.
That's it. So going on tour,
Yeah.
Going to like Indianapolis or Detroit or
that's interesting.
Yeah, or like Minnesota.
Yeah.
Minnesota,
I was going to say
Portland,
that. Yeah.
just random places. So it's always a good time.
That's cool. That's cool. Fantastic. Well, if you are living in any of those countries or cities, and realistically, maybe 2022.
Yeah.
Hopefully there'll be like even more cities available.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Right, so we got some new music. On the 30th, you released your 4th mini album. You're already on number 4. This
I
is
know,
good.
right? That's kind of...
But you've only been going for a year. We're still so young. How have you done 4 albums in 1 year, Eric?
I don't know. You know what? I use time differently. You're from the land of Harry Potter. You understand how wizardry works.
We're still We're new to this. Right, the showcase access exceeded like 150,000.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
I don't know. It happened.
So is that people watching?
So because we can't do like concerts or anything, what I decided to do is rent a concert hall in Seoul.
Yeah.
Got my band together, and for the first time we did like the new album with a band.
That's so cool.
So we live streamed it all over like the Tube and the Facebook and everything, and we had like about 150,000 people come through. So
that's crazy. Imagine that in one concert hall. That's a huge stadium gig, man.
Right. I mean, well, here's the thing. Nobody paid, so it was free. I think the focus was to really just get the music out there, and I think even with this album, like, I just feel like everybody's going through a hard time. So it's more to just give people more content to be optimistic and to be hopeful and to brighten up their day.
We need a bit of brightening up our days. Yeah. And do you know what? I think if you ask those 150,000, I think for the next one, they'll be willing to part with, buying tickets.
You know what? We'll see.
Yeah.
I'd love to. I actually really want to do like a lengthy full concert kind of. Obviously it's digital, but
you can with now 4 mini albums, you can do that. You got enough tracks.
Yeah, I don't want to do all 4 mini albums, so it's too many songs.
So you want to do a full concert, but reduce the number of songs as much as you can. Oh dear, I love it. Right, you got to tell us about the new album then, The Other Side.
Yeah.
Wait, I've got it here. You've given me a copy.
I gave you a signed copy.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
It's like a book.
It is.
I was going to say Czech in Korean. It's like a book.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's a book.
So bilingual.
Tell us about it.
It's called The Other Side, and I wrote it. I wrote, I think, half of it in lockdown and quarantine, and the other few songs I had written prior. But the meaning of The Other Side to me is, when we get on the other side of whatever difficulty or hardship we're going through. Right now, I think for most people, it's probably coronavirus.
Yeah.
I think for me, there are personal things that I want to overcome that I'm just hoping that when I get to the other side, we'll be at a better place, at a much brighter place, a happier place. And I think that's why the song Paradise is a continuation of off the name of The Other Side. So Paradise... it's kind of talking about whatever your personal paradise may be that a new job, a physical location, whatever. It's being hopeful and knowing that you'll get there and fighting to get there. But also at the same time, I think it's important to realize that the life you're living, the life we're living right now, we have so many blessings, and just to recognize that, and that the grass is always greener on the other side as well.
Yeah.
So it's a very complicated, deep, convoluted way of introducing it, but that's kind of where my head was at, where my emotions were at as I wrote the song.
I mean, it's perfect. I mean, not just perfect for the time we're in right now, but just in life generally, because we do sometimes forget to be kind of grateful that or remember that we have good stuff as well happening. So
absolutely,
the message is really important. Apart from the message of it, was there anything else that you were like focusing on when making it? What was like the most important part, maybe musically or something like that? Because you've tried out different stuff.
Yeah. I think, prior, it's always been like, oh, how do we make like a cohesive album, like a story or whatever?
Yeah.
I really don't care anymore.
Yeah.
And I say that in the sense that I don't think artists are limited by genres anymore. You can do whatever you want. Like and part of it is because nobody really listens to full albums either.
Yeah.
So my focus is always just to put the best songs that I can get together onto one album. That's all I want to do.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah.
That makes sense. It doesn't necessarily have to be like a story like that, does it?
I just want to put it together, and when I write, I want to imagine myself having a great time performing it. And if I think I'm gonna have fun, it's gonna make the album.
Especially with the shows that you're doing as well. That's really important, isn't it? It's good. I mean, you've got 5 tracks on it. One sort of issue that came about is Young K of Day 6 took part in the lyrics of 4
He
of
did.
this song. So tell us about, I know you guys know each other quite well, really well. How did that come about?
Well, I got connected to Young K probably 3-4 years ago. I had a song that I wrote, and actually our friend Sophia, she was on the demo with me. But I needed lyrics, and so I was asking around, like, oh, there's this kid named Young K. He's young, but like he's pretty good. You should check it out. So I sent him the song. He sent these really amazing lyrics for it.
Oh wow.
And we never ended up releasing it.
Okay.
So this time, as I was putting this album together, I was kind of cautious. I was like, I feel bad. Like, that one never got out. Like, what do I do? But he was still like, oh, dude, just send it over. Like, I'll send you. Like, within days, he had all these done.
Wow.
And then we went back and forth, just kind of editing, re-editing, that kind of thing. So he's, he's an exceptionally talented dude. And yeah, so much love and respect.
Brilliant. Obviously, he's receiving lots of love as well now.
Yeah.
With Day 6. I can't believe it.
Yeah, they're doing super well.
They're doing so well.
Yeah.
What? Tell us about the title song. It's called Paradise. You spoke about it before. I mean, we know the message behind it. All about musically. What kind of song we're talking about?
Well, I wanted to try something that I'd never really done before. I wanted to experiment with sounds that we hadn't really experimented with, and so you'll hear some very interesting synths, and sound effects. But we took like pianos, we wonked them out, we affected them, filtered them, did a bunch of crazy things.
Lovely.
And made some fun riffs, but. I don't know. We just kind of wanted to make people dance and feel good.
Yeah.
And that, I think, was just the focus of it.
It comes across. I mean, by the way, listeners, before the show, as soon as I saw Eric outside, because I saw one stage that you did with Paradise, and for I actually said to Eric, you actually look amazing on stage.
Oh, thank you.
You always do look amazing, but you look comfortable.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's a lot of hard work put into this. But I just kept dancing. They just kept making me dance, and I had so much fun.
Oh, dearie me. This is such a strange way to start, isn't it? Such a strange way.
Do you know what? Every time I'm on the show, you're just like, you're so weird. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I know.
That's why I'm here.
This is how humans should be.
This is how humans are. And again, this is all a test.
Yeah. If I try this style of interview with another guest, they'd probably run away.
They'd be like, this British man is weird.
Very strange.
Yeah.
And yeah. Anyways, your Paradise. What's your Paradise? What's your idea of Paradise?
Oh man, what is my idea of paradise? I mean, physically, I would love to go to Bali right now. To be very honest.
Yeah.
Right. But I think it's more of like a mindset and how you choose to live and how you choose to approach life. And for me, I think I'm at a good place where, I get to do the music that I want to do. I get to tour and do shows that I want to do, and just be as creative and experimental with what I want in terms of my life. And I think that in itself is something to be very grateful for.
Yeah.
Something that I definitely realize comes, I mean, obviously from hard work, but also with privilege, just having gotten to this point. And so just being mindful of that has allowed me to realize that, isn't every day kind of a form of paradise,
We're getting quite deep here.
I know,
I love it.
So
sometimes we need, because on a serious note, you weren't always in the situation where you could do the music you wanted to do.
No, I was not.
When we first knew each other a year ago, you were in a place where you really wanted to do that.
Yeah.
And the fact that you're kind of in that place now, I think is just a great story for lots of people to kind of get inspiration from as well.
Yeah.
Which is great. Anyways.
I'm grateful.
Wow,
Very grateful.
That was a very deep 5 minutes, man.
You know what? I feel like I've poured my entire soul out to you.
Friends don't generally do that a lot.
No.
Especially guys, but it's been nice.
It's knowing you for a full year has really gotten me to a place where I could tell you anything. It's that 364 days, not even 5. Just making us feel connected.
Deary me. By the way, if you see clips of me and Eric from more than a year ago, it's fake.
It's all fake. It's all that new AI stuff. They call the deep fake with like the deep internet. It's all fake stuff. Don't believe it. Don't believe anything.
Oh, dearie
The
me.
internet isn't real.
We're covering conspiracy theories, so many different things. We need to stick to the script a little bit.
It says on the script here, do not believe AI.
Our writers knew exactly what we were going to cover. Anyways, dude, after all that talk,
Yeah.
I do know you're going to do Paradise for Us live.
Oh,
aren't
am
you?
I?
Well, that's what I heard.
Yeah. Well, I'll think about it.
You're going to think about it?
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you say no, then
You're going to do it. Great.
we're just going to play it. But we don't have that ready either.
All right. Fine, I'll do it.
You're going to do it?
Gosh,
you
yeah,
really
I'll do
gonna
it
do
for you. I'll do it for you, Sam, because we've known each other for so
Okay.
short time.
There we go.
All right.
Guys, I have persuaded Eric to sing for us live in the studio here on Super K-Pop.
You guys should be so thankful to Sam.
I'll pay you later. Out of my pocket.
All right.
Brilliant. Right. So Eric Nell's going to do the new title song. It's Paradise live in the studio. If you got questions and stuff, I know lots of you do. Make sure you get them in, guys. And I will try and find some time in between our crazy and deep talk to do those as well.
So serious.
So serious. But for now, on a serious note, you're going to sing
I am.
live Paradise in the studio. When you're ready,
Yeah, let's go. Give it to me.
let's do it.
세상 안에 갇힌 채로 너무 오래 흘렀어 탈출하겠다는 마음은 전부 잊고 말아서 자유라는 열쇠 갈수록 멀어지고 그려봤던 미래는 점점 흐려져만 가 이게 전부라고 보고 싶진 않아도 창밖의 세상은 맑게 느껴졌어 Lost in this paradise 영원 같겠지만 다 지나갈 거야 Cause we were born to fly 눈 감고 그려봐 지금 여길 떠나 꿈꾸던 어딘가 Lost in this paradise Lost in this paradise. Yeah. Lost in this paradise. 아무리 노력해봐도 지금 우린 여기에 벗어나려고 해봐도 결국은 제자리에 자유라는 열쇠는 갈수록 멀어지고 그려봤던 미래는 점점 흐려져만 가 이게 전부라고 묻고 싶진 않아도 창밖의 세상은 맑게 느껴졌어 Lost in this paradise 영원 같겠지만 다 지나갈 거야 Cause we were born to fly 눈 감고 그려봐 지금 여길 떠나 꿈꾸던 어딘가 Lost in this paradise Hey! Yeah, yeah Lost in this paradise Lost in this paradise 여기서 나가도 아플 땐 아파도 힘들 수 있어도 그래도 떠날래 그래 떠날게 여기서 나가도 아플 땐 아파도 힘들 수 있어도 그래도 떠날래 이제 떠날게 Lost in this paradise 영원 같겠지만 다 지나갈 거야 Cause we were born to fly 눈 감고 그려봐 지금 여길 떠나 꿈꾸던 어딘가 Lost in this paradise Yeah, yeah Oh, lost in this paradise. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, lost in this paradise.
There we go, Paradise live in the studio. I wish we could have a crowd noise. Howard Dice, dude, so good. I love this song, and I
Thank
think
you.
you know what. Hopefully, everyone in front of your screens or whatever you're tuning in with, that you were dancing along as well, because it's such a great track. Such a great track.
Thank you.
Perfecta. I mean, so many comments. I can't do all the comments. There's literally thousands. But like, Tuna Lee says, beautiful voice.
Thank you, Tuna Lee.
Samantha says, Eric's voice is always perfect.
Oh, thank you.
Cloud says,
Thank you.
this song makes you want to dance. Dovey says, I love this song. Eric Nami is a king. Are you a king?
How did you know? I have an entire empire.
Is it your bloodline?
It is my bloodline. I am Jon Snow. Nom. I don't know what I'm saying.
Oh, dear.
I am royal.
For some reason, I just imagine your dad being a king. I don't know why.
You know what? That's very not fitting, but
It's strange, isn't
you know
it?
what? Well, I'll take it.
Yeah, we'll
I'll
take it. Eric will take it. There we go. Right. So we've talked about the title song so far, of course.
Yeah.
But we can't miss out on the other tracks. I thought we could cover those a little bit musically. We're going to have what's called track unboxing. Okay. So like we unbox albums, we're going to go through each one of the songs in the album. Okay.
Let's
So,
do it.
Track unboxing. We're going to start with track number 1. So track number 1 is called Trouble With You.
Oh my gosh.
Trouble With You.
So much trouble.
Who have you had trouble with, man?
You know what? Just all my life. Just everybody.
Everybody.
Especially you. Just all this trouble.
Oh, is this song for me?
We're just always fighting and no, so trouble with you. Okay, for people, so I've been like trying to understand where people are coming from when they see this song. And I've seen people try to break down the lyrics and like, oh, it's a breakup song. Or oh, they got into a fight and there was trouble.
Yeah.
It is not about that. Trouble is a phrase, it's a saying for, it's like a cute way to say like the mischief that you get into with somebody that you like or you love. And so for me, it's kind of one of those like the early parts of getting to know somebody, or when you just start dating someone. That's 설렘, the butterflies in your stomach.
Man. Oh, the butterflies.
And whatever you do, it's all fun and it's all good.
I've had those times at one time in my life.
Yeah, so...
Early 20s, which was last year,
Yes. About 90 days ago, from what I heard.
Yeah.
You just turned what? Like 24, right?
I'm still 24.
Yeah,
I'm still
that's
young.
what I heard.
Still young.
I'm 19, so...
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's interesting because that's trouble. Because when you get into trouble with someone, it's like, as you say, doing stuff together in a mischievous way. Kind of, it's fun, isn't it? I think with most of the songs you get, do you think about stories that come from what you've been through in life, or where do you get ideas for something like that?
I think songs always come from at least like somewhat of a personal space.
Yeah.
At least stories. If not, sometimes from like other songwriters that I'm working with.
That's important too.
Yeah. But I think as an artist, it's important to share your songs and your voice and your stories, but also to be able to take other people's stories and to kind of share them as well if you can. So but Trouble I wrote in Nashville. It was the first song I ever wrote in Nashville, Tennessee.
Wow.
I took a random trip. I was like, I'm gonna go to Nashville. I'm just gonna try to write.
Is Nashville Texas?
No, Tennessee.
Oh, is Tennessee a different state?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm learning something today
It's
as
okay.
well.
Yeah. So it's in Tennessee. I went home. This was after my Europe tour last year. I went home for a few days, and then I was like, I need to write a new album. So drove up to Nashville. It was like a 4-hour drive.
Oh, wow.
And then the first session I did was Trouble With You.
Oh, wow.
And it just kind of came together, and I was trying to figure out the right way to put it out. And sometimes when you write songs in English and you put them into Korean, they can sound really weird.
Yeah.
But thankfully, this one doesn't sound weird.
Perfect.
I think.
Well, that means it should go on an album then.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So that's what it is. It's Trouble With You.
Excellent. Let's move on to track 3 called 잘 지내지. How you been?
Yes. So 잘 지내지. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
It's all right.
잘 지내지 was like one of the first songs that I wrote, if not the first one, in lockdown. I was in California.
Okay.
And I wanted to write songs, but we're not allowed to leave the house. Everybody's kind of just locked away. And so we're like, okay, let's try doing it over a Zoom call, over a video chat.
Oh, wow.
It was not easy.
That's hard.
It was not easy. But I remember starting the session and we're like, what are we going to talk about? I was like, the only thing that I can think about right now is how I wish none of this had ever happened. Like, I wish nobody had gotten sick. I wish all this was avoided. And so when we wrote it originally, the lyrics were as if none of this ever happened. But then we kind of the hook was always how you been, but then we took it into Korean and we went charjinaji, and it's more of like wondering and asking like that person that you care for or the people around you. You're not allowed to be with them right now. You can't be with your significant other, your parents or whoever.
Yeah.
But just calling and saying, hey, how are you? How you doing?
Again, fitting for this time as well, you know, because that's the question I think lots of us have been asking, you know,
Yeah.
the last few
How
months.
are you? Are you healthy? Are you safe? That kind of thing.
Exactly. All right, let's go to track number 4.
All right.
It's Down For You. Down For You.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
What kind of song are we talking about with Down For You?
Dude, this is just like a feel good
I know.
freaking vibes all day, every day. Oh, let's go. You know?
That's the best intro ever. Vibes all day, every day. I'm going to introduce every song like that, man, from now on.
I mean, that's pretty much what it is. It's
it.
Down For You. It's a very, you know, housey kind of song, and it just feels good. It's a romantic, it's a sweet love song kind of thing, but in a very modern, fun, funky way.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, with a song like that, Down For You, I'm down for you. I'm kind of like getting, well, I've got my scripts like soaking into you. Imagine that, like completely into you.
Right, yeah.
But apart from people, is there something like, I'm always curious about, what apart from music, what do you do? What are you kind of
What do I
getting
do?
into? Yeah.
Podcasting. Sam, you know more than anybody that all I do is pretty much work.
That's true.
And that's, I think I'm always just scheming of new ways to try new things.
That's great. Do you not feel drained a bit?
I mean, I feel like there are moments when you do, but, you know, I have my ways of recharging and just like getting back into it.
Yeah.
And once I do that, I'm like, all right, let's just keep going.
I love it, man. Energy is amazing. Energy is amazing. Right, let's go to the last track. Familiar title as well. Love Die Young. It's a Korean version.
Yes.
A Korean ver. It was a big song on your previous the album, which was all in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, you decided to do one in Korean. Did
Yeah.
you originally have it in Korean or?
So we wrote the song, and I got lyrics from Young K for it before we put it out onto the English album. And I was always concerned about putting out a ballad in English because not a lot of like Western artists do ballads these days.
Yeah, that's true.
Like it's Adele and occasionally Sam Smith. But Sam Smith even now does like very poppy, beady stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't know, like should we put it on the English album? But then I realized like it was such a personal song for me, and it was something that I felt like could really showcase my vocal tone in a very unique way.
Yeah.
And so we ended up putting it on the English album as like a pre-release song, and then once it was out and the response was so good, and we already had amazing lyrics from Young K.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa,
makes sense.
Might as well just really, you know,
Of
put it
course.
out there because people love it. So that's how Love Die Young got on there.
Cool. I mean, we've spoken about all the songs on this album. Is there like a song like one song which is particularly special, or a part of a song that you particularly kind of feel attached to? If you had to pick one.
I mean, I think Paradise in its meaning and its significance is really big to me.
Yeah.
And then I think Love Die Young, it may be one of my favorite songs that I've ever written.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's probably one of the most personal and deep songs that I've written. So yeah.
Cool. So listeners, I mean, those two songs very special to Eric. Go check them out in detail. Look at all the lyrics, or why is Eric thinking this or talking about this? All of them. Good. Right. I promise you guys, we will do your questions and stuff after we have a listen to a song that we spoke about actually. So this is track number 3 on the album. It's called 잘 지내지, How You Been?
Thank you.
We were talking and I interrupted our talking to listen. The song is so good. Right, guys, we're here with Mr. Eric Nam here for today's K-Star and Live here in Super K-Pop. We just heard 잘 지내지, How You Been? And I thought right now what we could do is we've got literally some space to kind of just ask listeners questions.
Yeah.
Because that's important. It's important.
Do it.
Right, let's have a look. Danielle from Australia writes in, firstly, happy to see you on SKP to promote your new album. Love Paradise. I hope you can come back to Melbourne for a concert again. You've been there before?
Yeah, I was there
Australia.
last March.
Last March. There we go. Any songs that didn't make it onto the album, will they be released in the future? So have we got any sort of in the hard drive, any other songs?
Oh man, I have probably like hundreds of songs that are just never going to see the light of day.
Why?
Well, I mean, I don't know. You write songs, right? Like,
Yeah.
you know, you write songs, and some of them you write for the sake of writing.
Yeah.
And then others you're just like, I wrote it, but I don't like it.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, you just finish it for the sake of finishing it.
That's true. That happens.
And so, but I do have a lot that, I mean, I have a couple songs that I've been waiting to put out for the past 3-4 years.
And they didn't make it.
They just haven't made it out. Like it's either a timing thing, like it's a seasonal thing. Like I feel like ballads should be put out when it's a little colder.
Yeah, that's true.
2 songs that I have are great duets, but I haven't been able to find the right person to feature on it.
That happens. Yeah.
You know, but you know, there's always songs waiting to come out. So yeah.
Cool. Can we do an album called Rejected Songs and just like 100 tracks?
Okay.
That'd be so good.
I think people might lose respect for me because they're like, this is horrible.
This is terrible. I love it. That'd be brilliant. Right, Rainy from Taiwan. I just realised when I'm Eric, I don't think about what I'm saying. It just comes out. I need to think more before talking.
You know what?
Yeah.
Again, I'm the test.
Yeah, this is a tough test for me. Right, someone who's never heard your songs before,
Right.
which 3 songs would you recommend?
Ooh.
They've never
That's
heard of
tough.
you. They don't know you.
Oh, man. I would go with Love Die Young. It's definitely in there.
There we go.
I would go with, oh, man, just 3?
It's hard.
I guess Paradise because it's like the newest one.
Yeah.
And then maybe Runaway.
Oh, it's such a
last
good song.
year.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a good
What about
spectrum.
You did a song, is it Congratulations?
Yeah.
As well, that's
With my-
sick.
Yeah, I was.
That's a good song as well.
I love that song.
Let's do 4.
Okay,
songs.
4. How about we do 5? Let's throw
Yeah.
Let's throw Honestly in there too.
Honestly. Should we do 6?
I mean, we might as well. Let's put Miss You in there too.
We could do this for hours, listeners.
you know.
I love it. Luz from Mexico. What do you do when you have a nightmare?
When I have a nightmare,
Do you have nightmares?
I do. I think I had one last night.
What was it about? Do you remember?
I don't remember my
Okay.
nightmares, but I think I either got yelled at or I don't know.
Okay.
What do? I forget about them.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Very important skill, actually,
Yeah.
listeners. Very important. Okay, Black Panther from the USA writes in, right, if you had the opportunity to travel 10 years back, would you change anything? Or would you say anything to your younger self? Or not at all?
10 years ago, I think I would have been even more aggressive in terms of approaching my career and really just, you know, being very firm with what I want to do and what I believe in.
Yeah. I
Right?
get you. You should have done that. Yeah. You should have done that.
Because 10 years ago, I mean, 1 year ago is when we met.
Yeah. That's true.
Right? And I feel like we went through a lot of things together,
Yeah,
moving
we-
here to Korea and
did,
like
yeah.
trying to become musicians. So yeah,
We lived together as well.
we did.
In a crazy
In a
house.
weird, crazy house
nice.
with a lot of people.
Yeah. So many people. Right, good. Thanks, Black Panther. Talia says, which track did you enjoy writing the most? Because not all tracks are enjoyable,
Ooh.
right? It's tough.
I think I've really enjoyed writing Trouble with You because it was just very easy from the start.
Right.
Paradise, I also really enjoyed writing more on a. I really like the melodies in it. I feel like they're all very strong, and then the production wise, I had a lot of fun. So I would go in to the producer and I'd just be like, I want this sound here, I want this beat here,
nice.
because I just kept thinking of, okay, if there's gonna be dance, I need this to pop and I
Yeah.
need this to come here,
Yeah.
so we can choreograph to
So
it.
it all clicked into place.
Yeah, so that was, I haven't done that much in that sense, so it was fun.
Cool. All right, we got Jessica Nam Nation,
Yeah.
who wants you to read this bottom line.
Okay.
Are you good at Bahasa?
No, I'm horrible.
Give it a go.
Okay. Aku cinta Nam Nation Indonesia dan aku tersesat di surgamu.
Well, that sounds good. What does that mean?
It means, Indonesian Nam Nation, I love you and I'm lost in your paradise. Paradise,
Lovely.
paradise.
Nam Nation, the fan club. Do you know what I like? I always think your second fan club should be called the Namsters.
The Namsters. You have always called me Namsters.
Namster. I just love Namster. I don't know
Namsters.
why. Anyway,
Do you have a fandom name?
So, because I'm Sam C, recently people have been starting to call themselves Vitamin C's. There's not many though, just a few of us.
I will try to come up with some for you too.
Thanks.
Like the cardigans.
The cardigans. Oh, I like that. I do like cardigans.
And everybody wears cardigans.
I like cardigans. But something, okay,
Yeah.
that'd be nice.
Okay.
Right, Aim Lita writes in from Indonesia. Right, artists you want to collab with. Is there anyone on the list? Like, you've obviously done Marky Basie and stuff, people like that.
Yeah.
Who's
Man, there's a lot. I mean, in Korea, I'd love to work with like IU or Pegerin
Oh yeah.
or who else? There's a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then I guess like kind of in the States, Bruno Mars. I'm just gonna throw it out there.
Yeah,
you
sure.
know, positive vibes into the universe.
I can imagine that happening.
You know.
I mean, why not?
Like,
Bruno
why not?
Mars. Yeah.
Let's do it.
I loved what you did with Tableau and
Gallant.
Gallant, yeah.
We actually have another song that we've been working on. I don't know if and when that will come out.
Okay.
But we've been writing.
Are you allowed to say that?
I don't know. Well, pretend like you didn't hear it. You didn't hear it. It's all a deep fake.
We should think before we talk, I think.
I don't really think.
I love it. Toby from the USA just wants a shout out. Toby
Toby?
just wants a shout
Hi,
out.
Toby. Shout out.
Toby, that was a shout out. Right, we've got myself from the Philippines. Hello, Nami. Paradise. Sorry.
Are you okay?
No, because it's a question we've done. I'm trying to twist it into a way where it sounds like I haven't done this question.
Okay.
It's asking about your favorite song, but basically she's saying Paradise is my favorite song.
Well, thank you for listening to it.
There we go. What else do we have? Fluffy Shao from Indonesia.
Wow, these are some great names.
I love it. Right, so this new album is the best gift for my 23rd birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
And your song always cheers me up every day. Please stay healthy and happy so we can see you for a long, long time. You're still really young though, so
yeah,
why?
I'm only 19, so don't worry, guys. Fluffy, don't worry.
That's not something you say to a 19-year-old.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, don't worry.
Anyways, all right. Samantha from Australia, a place you want to visit to relax and enjoy downtime. You mentioned Bali.
Yeah.
Anywhere else?
Downtime. You know, I've really always wanted to go to Istanbul. I've never really been.
I really want to go to Turkey, man.
I really want to go so bad.
Yeah. You know, like the flea markets with
I
like...
just want to go everywhere.
Yeah. It's so good.
I know.
Istanbul will be cool. That'll be cool. Brilliant. Thank you. And Turkey, they love K-pop as well. You know, make it happen. Get the Nam Nation moving.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Bring it. Let's go.
Fantastic. Thank you very much, Samantha, for your question as well. Ara from Malaysia. Right, Eric Nam. So we've done this question, but it says, you're a good dancer, always supports you. I've got to say, especially for this song, your dancing is very good. I've got to say.
Well, thank you very much.
It's
I appreciate it.
remarkably good.
Thank you.
And you're good at the face angles as well now. Dude, you're getting good.
Well, I mean, when you've been doing this for about 3 months, then,
yeah,
you know.
That's true. All right, Ara, good comment there. Good comment. I agree with you on that one. Cool. Nun from Thailand says, I want to congratulate you on the new single. You're always amazing as a singer and MC. Not as in rapper MC, but like as in presenter.
Host MC.
Host MC, yeah. Or rap as well. I can see that.
Yeah, I'm going to change my name called E-Money. I've actually thought about it quite a bit. You know how Saksidi?
Yeah.
It's Yuje Sok Sambanim and P Sambanim.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, if we did a group, it would be great. It would be Yuje Sok, and we would take the Che, so it'd be Che.
Yeah.
And then the E from my name, E. So Che, E. And then P Sambanim's Korean name is Chihun. So we take the Chi. So it would be called JG.
Oh, that's pretty
cool. And then we would be a hip-hop trio.
It sounds hip-hoppy. But Yuri would not be in that crew?
Well, I mean, she's doing, I think, another one with, like, girl group.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so she'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do our own,
That's
like,
true.
You know,
That's
swag.
True. I can imagine that happening. That's good. Then, do you still enjoy presenting and stuff?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I think it's a completely different hat to wear, but I like to be able to balance doing music and that together. I think if I just did presenting, I'd be a little bored.
Yeah.
But I think because I do music, I find it as a good way to get to know people, but also to just kind of mix things up.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, good question. Thank you, Nun, for that from Thailand.
Thank you, Nun.
We've got to play some more music, and it's another song on the album. We spoke about this one being a really sort of fun track to listen to.
Oh my God, get up. You're going to dance.
Oh, we're going to dance.
We're going to boogie.
Right, listeners, get up if you can, wherever you are. If you're at work, then carefully get up.
Carefully. Go to the bathroom, lock the stall door, and then just start moving.
Okay, do it, listeners. Do it right now. This is Eric Nams.
I bet you won't.
This is Eric Nams down for you.
I bet you won't.
There, and we're on to the last part of today's Case Time Live. I've got to say, we really don't have lots of time.
Oh, no.
There's like 2 minutes left.
That's it?
That is literally it. So
my God.
Considering how much we talk, I should probably start ending it now. That means we end on time.
Okay. I mean, I guess.
We can't go over today.
We
Last
can.
time, no overtime.
I mean, why not?
We finished. We now have 1 minute 30 seconds.
Okay.
We've just spent all this time. Brother, it's been so nice seeing you.
You too.
You know, we see each other like a couple of times a year, and it's always like brilliant for me. You know, what's coming up? Like, obviously this year, any other stuff that the Nam Nation, the Namsters should know?
See, you know what? I don't really have much planned for the rest of the year. If I do well, then maybe I'll have a single come out in the fall or winter.
Yeah.
I think I'm just going to really be focusing on making more podcasts and then just writing.
Yeah.
And I think because we're all in a very, I don't know, questionable situation with the world the way
Yeah.
it is. I think just trying to spend more time with loved ones and then preparing for when we are able to get out of this is what I'll be doing. So,
Cool.
yeah, hopefully everybody is staying safe and healthy.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, you also did OST recently as well.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Didn't I?
Any OSTs? Did you forget for a minute?
Yes. I've been very focused on my own album. I'm sorry.
That'd be nice. That could be a nice way to connect with people
As long as the song's fitting for me, then I'm on it. So
that'd be brilliant. So, obviously lots of content for you guys to check out. You can see Eric's face a lot online, basically.
look at my face.
Look at his face. Look at his face, listeners. That's what we're going to end with. Do you want to say a last goodbye to everyone?
Yeah, thank you so much, you guys, for having me on Super K-Pop. Please stay healthy. Please wear a mask. Wash your hands. And enjoy my album. Love you guys. And thank you, Sam.
Mm-hmm.
It's been nice knowing you.
For the short time.
For the short time. And I can't wait till I turn 20 and I can party with you.
Oh dear, I would love that. Right, we've definitely got to finish that. I would love that as well when I turn 20, listeners. Right, we've got the last song to play for you. Thank you to Eric Nam. Guys, I'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll see Eric sometime soon, I'm sure. And we'll end with the last song. This is Eric Nam's Trouble With You, and we'll say bye.
Bye.